Hey.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everyone. We've got cat issues again.
Hello there.
Welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today. Divine Dabblings with
Cough Girl.
Mr. O.
Oberon.
And me, Banshee. Yeah, Sonny's here because... Can I get him?
I have to turn the camera.
Oh.
There we go.
Sonny's there because Shadow is over. Do I got her?
Nope. There you go.
Over here.
Well, we obviously obsess with our cats too much if you're new here.
No, they're obsessed with being on the table during our show.
And now I'll have to work at getting this back in place. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
This camera should not be moved.
The camera cannot be moved anymore for cat cams under any circumstances.
Well,
Sorry.
apparently it's broken, so we need to get a new one, but somebody's not ready to do it yet.
It's not the camera. Let me make that clear.
Okay, well,
all right.
break it more.
Break it more. Hey, Mary, good for you to join us today. Welcome to the show.
We're the Sibley, not siblings.
We're the what?
Never mind.
The silly? Is that
yeah, we're silly, or I am.
Oh, my goodness. Well, we always start the show with a card for the collective, and I feature a, a oracle deck that, I just like to promote other people and their work. So today I'm using something a little bit older, the Enchanted Map Oracle cards by Libra and Read. It's one of her earlier projects.
Hi, Marcia. Not bad. Just a little busy lately. Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, we had an incredibly crazy busy weekend, but we fit in some fun. We had some friends over, a couple over yesterday that we're close to. Had a great time. We haven't seen them since
last summer.
So
we hadn't even exchanged our holiday gifts.
Right. COVID surge and all of that. So, but finally we got together and had a great time. All right. So a collective reading. Yes, Mr. O, I'm going to have you shuffle and cut.
Okay.
And I'm going to move these for now. Hey, Sonali.
Hi, Sonali.
Divine message, absolutely.
Hi, everybody. I see we have a few people there. Very nice. Happy spring equinox. First day of spring. The sun in the northern hemisphere, I guess, enters.
Don't see Violet Lotus
Aries
today. She might not have been able to make it, so we will just keep on keeping on.
We were talking about that, Marcia. We thought you might be busy working.
Happy Ostara spring to everybody who celebrates it. Happy Aries season to those like me who celebrate that.
It is beautiful weather today.
Oh, it's nice and upright, because there is upright and reversed with these cards. And this one is called Wide Open. Wow, I like that. Let's see what Libra and Read has to say about that, and then we'll chat it up a little bit. Sonny, oh, come on. Out of my camera. No. That's it today. You're done.
It's so funny because
he's been on the table all morning.
Kara's lurking, I know it.
Kara.
Or Kara is about to show up.
If Sonny's here, Kara's here.
Oh, nice 60 degrees. That's great.
Ooh.
Okay, go on.
All right. Wide open. You are free to express your uniqueness to the world and share in all the bounty of life's endless possibilities. So basically, this card, all manner of opportunities are presented to you at this time. The wide open card is a signal that you're able to truly manifest your dreams and that your goals are in sight. Don't remain small and contracted. Instead, expand your horizons beyond what you believe to be your limitations. You have a unique voice that needs to be expressed to the world. The universe is supportive of new ideas and approaches at this time. So speak up and speak out. This card is a sign of the maverick who freely roams the wide open space of possibility. Allow for greater vision to replace old ideas as you dream a grander scheme. Mr. O, does that not sound like the perfect card for Aries season? I mean, first
Truly.
off, it's all about, taking risks. It's about really don't remain small. You live at large, you have to try things, you have to experiment, you have to explore, you have to expand, as she said, your horizons in order to grow. I love the card. And this season is a season of possibilities. Use the fiery energy of this season to begin something great.
And speaking of Aries, I see Violet has joined us. Hey, Violet.
Hey, you made it. Good to see you, Violet Lotus. Although, I don't really see Violet Lotus yet. Didn't pop up.
Oh.
All right, let me put these away. Mr. O, what cards are you using today?
I have the Tarot of the Northern Shadows.
I'm going to just refresh my live chat and just see if she pops up. Yeah, there she is. I don't know, my chat sometimes is funny, which is why I am glad we have Violet Lotus on hand to do the list. Oh, Mary, Deep Shika came in after Mary. I missed that.
Okay, so that's from the Tarot of the Northern Shadows. That's the Page of Cups. Then I have the Nefertari Tarot, and that's the Eight of Swords. And then finally the English Magic Tarot and the Hermit.
Nice cards.
Thank
I'm
you.
using these again, but I swear next week I'll be switching them up. I've got the King of Wands in the Grimalkin Tarot by M.J. Cullinane. Love her cards. I also love the Mystical Cat Tarot by, I think it's Amber Weatherstone. Don't quote me on that. Or Amber something. But anyway, Six of Sky, which is the Six of Swords in that deck. I like it. It's a very elemental deck. And in the beautiful Shadowscapes Tarot, we have the Wheel of Fortune in that deck. Very delicate imagery in this deck. And another new favorite of mine, the Tarot at the End of the Rainbow. And that is the Magician in this deck. It's a very nice deck. All right, so we're going to move on with, telling you we're using our Lenormand tiles today. So they're the Lenormand cards on tiles. And here is the Crossroads in that deck. All right, or in those tiles. Okay, let's roll. Let's get going right away with Libra Cusp, who came in first.
And has asked a question about what does the three turkeys crossing her path have to say?
The three turkeys.
Three wild turkeys crossing my path.
It's funny, Libra. There's one path I was taking sometimes after my blood draws, because I get a monthly blood draw with my cancer. And I take this one path back because it passes like an area, it kind of has some open fields. And I always see three turkeys gobbling the grass or whatever in there. There's wild turkeys. One time they actually crossed the road in front of us to get over there. So it's kind of neat. It's kind of cool.
All
All right. You want my deck?
We can use my deck if you want.
Oh, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Three turkeys. Well, it's not Thanksgiving. You have to excuse me wearing my unicorn. It's spring after all. So celebrating spring, celebrating Aries season. You're going to be hearing a lot of that, unfortunately, because my birthday is way at the end of Aries. All the way at the end. So, fun times, right, Mr. O?
Indeed. There you go.
Okay. All right. I was starting to call the 3 turkeys that I was seeing the 3 amigos. One more.
Libra, your first card is the 7 of Coins or Pentacles. It's reversed.
Okay.
And then we have the 7 of Swords, 2 sevens. This one's upright. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. And then the final card is the reversed 10 of Cups.
Yikes. Well, you had such good cards the other time. So let's see what's going on here.
It's
you know,
true.
if you were a working person, I would say this is definitely some issues at work. But in regular life, this could indicate that you need to work on some problems with relationships. And by this, I mean maybe with friends, maybe with family. Could be, close associates if you were working. I really feel you need to work on that. I'm looking at that. The 7 of Swords is like, get back to work. Don't let, if there were
7 of Coins.
Pardon me?
7 of Coins.
7 of Coins. I thought I said that. 7 of Coins reversed. Don't let situations sit. In other words, if you've said some angry words or somebody else has to you or done something inappropriate, you need to act on it and start working on the process of healing. Because and the 7 of Swords is not a healing card here. It is saying, though, to be cautious in your approach, to maybe not throw all your cards on the table, but just to kind of find out what's going on, what's behind all of what's happening here.
Well, I wonder if the overall idea is that it pertains to your personal life, the intra relationships you might have with various people, your children, family, people like that. And I sort of feel like this conflict between the need to be more active or being more productive, just doing something, no matter whether it's getting a job or just having some work to do of some sort. But also maybe this pull back against that. That's the 7 of Swords. Like maybe there's a sense of not really wanting to put out there at this time and to see what's available under, different channels. I mean, it sounds a little bit like espionage. But ultimately, it looks like it's resulting in the 10 of Cups saying this is not really a happy situation for some reason, or it doesn't bode well to that. So maybe the turkeys are saying, be careful about how you approach going back, getting involved in things, because maybe there's just some situations there that will make this more unhappy or will challenge other aspects of your life. So, for example, the turkeys could be saying if you were trying to get back into a particular project or swing of things, there might be somebody who's working against that for their own reasons, or there may be hidden reasons that are working against you, and that this would impact on your personal happiness.
Well, the turkeys, are probably warning here not to gobble too much, not to give too much away. The work, when I say to work on the problem and don't let it sit, in other words, really try to find, you may have to talk to other people who may be, associated with others involved in this situation to get some information that might help you sort things out. So there's things you can do behind the scenes. You don't have to do everything up front. So when I say do the work, it might relate to that. I'm not willing to say whether it's definitely going to be a negative outcome yet till we see the Lenormand.
All right.
See what we add to that. Okay. Aha! Well.
So some possible feelings I had about the 7 of Swords might be right, like somebody's working against you, or some circumstances are. This was first the snake, followed by the cross.
So there is some grief or worries or stress related to something you feel is a deception, or somebody maybe doing something behind your back. Just something that, almost feels like a betrayal. I'm not going to say the snake is as powerful as the Ten of Swords in the tarot, but that kind of comes to mind when I see the snake card. So it just could be that, this is what has to be ironed out. Maybe the possibility exists that you are worrying about a deception that is not true. So in other words, I feel here, until you really get some more facts, in the matter, and, maybe you work behind the scenes to see what's really going on, don't be too quick to judge, because whether this deception is you being deceived that somebody's out to get you, or whether the deception is about how somebody's out to get you, that's the question here, I think, to me.
I did say that I felt that it was about, personal relationships or intra-relationships, although I thought it could be more about you in the sense of you trying to move ahead with either some aspects of that, joining new groups, clubs, or getting involved in certain things. So I sort of felt that the snake coincided with that. But I see what Banshee's saying too. But I also feel too that in a way maybe that cross coincides with the Ten of Cups reverse too.
Yeah, that in a sense I could see that.
Provides a level of basically being careful with some of these intrapersonal relationships. Maybe there are people who feel like you're stepping on your toes if you rise too quickly in a club or a group of friends or something like that. I'm not sure, but I'd say just being cautious is what the turkeys are advising you.
Yeah. So interesting, Libra. But you know what, Mr. O, I have to point this out here. So for people who are at my Material Matters this morning, you will notice there was a pattern in all of the readings, and it was basically about our interactions with others in the in the week ahead in the material world. And so it's interesting to see it here in a general kind of reading with the turkeys. I kind of feel that this might, I want to see if this comes up more.
There's a resonance to something else.
There seems to be, I don't know if it's astrological, I'm not sure what's going on, but there seems to be a pattern here for the next week that there might be some conflict or aggressive energies in our dealings with others.
All right.
So that's what I have for you, Libra. Good luck with that. It's rare. I mean, we have some synchronicities.
And you're welcome.
Often sometimes in the readings for the 4 elemental, things of the zodiac. But this was such a pattern throughout all of them.
I remember when we were recording it and we talked about it a little bit. Yep. Okay, so Sal is next with the question.
Thought about that too, Violet, that just maybe it's a transition to Aries season. Yeah, and hopefully it'll just play itself out as we burn off that energy this week.
Yeah, be gentle, you Aries.
Hey, I don't think it'll be us acting out. I'm just saying, we know how to handle fire.
So it's your cards, and the question is, when will a Sal find true love or a soulmate?
Okay, when? That ubiquitous when question. Well, let's see what we can do. I'll grab this one.
So speaking of the Material Matters, it's Banshee's weekly show on Sundays, and we actually premiere it. So we both sit around in the chat room and chat with everybody, and a number of folks from our stream actually show up there. So it's very cool. Sip some coffee or the beverage of your choice and find out how you can get your tarot keys to success in business, finance, and education every Sunday at 10 a.m.
And we have a special video coming out too tonight or tomorrow morning.
I guess I could show that too then, couldn't I?
It's our
Nope, there we go.
Monthly modality message. So we do that every time the sun turns into a different sign. So since it's moving into Aries, it's time for another monthly modality message where we do a reading for the modalities of the zodiac for the astrological month ahead.
And we just recently revised the reading, so it actually seems to make more sense. Trying to do something with the cameras here, and I can't because I have to shuffle cards now.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, well, it's crucial.
Well, I'm sorry.
We were losing some frame rates earlier. Yeah, it was earlier. It seems to be stabilizing quite well. It was right in the beginning. So that bothered me. Hi, Austin.
Hey, Austino.
Cheers
Good to see
to you.
Happy spring.
Happy spring. And of course, Libra, you're welcome if I didn't mention it earlier.
Always welcome, Libra. Okay, so Asal, you've got the Empress. I like that. It's upright. You have the Seven of Wands upright.
Oh, I love this one. Look at that.
I know, it's beautiful. And you have Temperance upright. Wow. That's really kind of a beautiful combination here. I'm not sure what that's going to tell me about time, but I will say this, that it looks as though you should utilize, the time now to be productive, to get things moving, to try to make things happen. Because I feel here that Seven of Wands was the second card actually in the back there. I feel like this is a time where that you could put to good advantage this time right now. Because the Empress energy is one of growth, one of productivity, one of fertility. And so I feel that means that it could attract, you could attract somebody to you. You definitely have, an advantage right now, it seems. And it just seems like maybe, I don't know if you feel it or not, but it's interesting that you get Temperance here, Asal, on the equinox when everything is in balance. And so I feel here, balance and harmony is the key. So what would it hurt if your life is pretty stable right now and things seem to be going well in other areas of your life to spend a little bit more time now, pursuing, a relationship. And remember, to me, again, this is a reading, I don't know if it was you, but it might have been somebody else who's asking a love reading recently. I feel that this is saying, this is something you have to work on. This is not the energies of the universe bringing it to you. You have to just make yourself available so that, people will be there seeing you, finding you, etc.
Well, there wasn't really a clear idea of when here. To me, I felt these really strong qualities that I think Banshee articulated very well, that really this is just the best time for you to really try to amplify your availability, your openness to the universe for love, the idea that you open yourself up to love and that love opens itself up to you. Having said that, I think that the Seven of Wands is a sign that maybe this is the right path for you to do that, and that maybe it wouldn't be forever. I couldn't still say what the time is, but the idea is that you are moving towards that idea of putting yourself above everything else to be there, and so there's no promises, there's no guarantees with love. That's the way it is, sadly. But I think it's just saying, really, it is a wonderful focus for you to try to work with this energy that we've been talking about here.
So I don't know, because I read it with that card in the middle. I'm just saying, because it was the second card. And that's why, to me, and this is nothing on your reading at all, but I just wanted to emphasize this. That's why, to me, it just seems like these cards fit together so well. And my guess is here that, this might just be a sign to me. I'm just going to say it, that maybe, Asal, one of your best times in the year to try to manifest a relationship might be now in the spring. Or maybe it's possible an indicator that either in the spring or the fall something could happen. And why? because of the Temperance card. I'm suddenly feeling like that was the last card we pulled here, and if anything might have an indication of timing to me, it's that one. And it's only because on the equinoxes, fall and spring, is when there's balance, and Temperance is about balance. So
right.
it's just my thought on that. That's the timing I would go with here. I got the lily. Oh no, and
I got the snake.
Well, that's an interesting combination, and I'm not sure I'm going to get this right, but I think that this is kind of weird because I almost think that the lily and snake has a very sensual quality here. It may be about sexuality, but I would say here too is that don't be deceived in thinking, like it's going to take forever for something to happen for you. Sometimes the lily is about maturation and like a span of time. I would just say here that, obviously, you've been searching and hoping for some time now. I feel that this will happen. It will happen for you, and it may happen when you really think it's not going to. I almost wonder here because you're just feeling sort of deceived in, I'm just going to grow old and I'm just going to be alone. But that's not necessarily the case.
Well, I could say that I never think that the search for a soulmate is ever going to be easy. It just, by its nature, I think it just can't be. Mm-hmm. So I feel that there is this idea that, the snake is also an allegory to the tree of the forbidden fruit of knowledge. And that is the idea of sensuality, sexuality. So to me, I can kind of get a symbolic feeling from that, saying that it is about when it is the right time. Not so much that you're, physically ready, but maybe there's something just really more emotional going on about appealing to being open to love, like I said before.
Okay, Lena's got kind of two questions. That's what we have for you. That's what we have for you, Asel. I hope this helps. But I'm going to go with what I said about timing. I think you could meet somebody, whether it's a soulmate or not, it is a tricky question, but I do believe there could be, some positive energy towards a relationship when the seasons are more in balance.
Okay. I'm going to use my Tarot of the Northern Shadows.
How do we want to do this? Because really, it looks like one would be a yes.
2 for 1 year, 2 for another year?
She wants finances for 2023,
oh, I see.
And will she find love by next year? See, so it's two different things.
Yeah.
We could do the 2022-2023 as 2 cards each.
Okay.
But we'd have to do the other as a yes/no if we're going to do it.
All right.
All right. So let's do the financial question here and
First.
see what we get. Oh, I can't wait to get my hair cut. Maybe next week. Maybe.
We'll be back at 7 p.m. on Thursday, so check that out too.
Okay, Mr. O.
I'm having crazy things going on. It's the power cord that makes unpredictable things happen. See?
Okay.
I didn't do that.
All right.
Sorry about that. Okay.
Yeah, I know you said I can't cut hair. If I cut my own hair, it would be a disaster. Yes, you know how to do it. You grabbed them, so I assumed you did.
I'm sorry, I'm just preoccupied because the
I know,
computer
then you
runs.
should have let me do it. Okay. What do you got?
Well, for 22, we have the Tower, and we have the reversed Knight of Cups.
Ah.
Do you want to do that first or do the next one?
Well, I would say this. I don't know what this is about exactly. I think that this could indicate to me you're due for a wake-up call of some kind in 2022, Lena, with finances. You got to be very cautious, I feel, with your money and your spending. Or maybe it's possible this is something you just can't avoid. Like, for example, these are just examples, your car breaks down or a furnace breaks down. You've got to do a costly repair. There's just some unforeseen circumstances that happen that you wish you were better prepared for. So just try to just keep your finances, kind of low. It could also just be things that are beyond our control. Sometimes these tower moments, there's nothing we can really do about. They just happen. And so, for example, like the economy right now here in the U.S., it's hurting a lot of people that have to pay a lot of money to buy gas. So some things happen because of wars or whatever that really mucks things up.
Perhaps you were feeling that certain financial projects you really had a fondness about, you really felt they were going to bring enjoyment to you, and you thought you were moving towards them. They're not working out well, and maybe you feel that there's, some lesson you should have realized about this. Maybe you should have been wiser about it to begin with. That's mostly what I see, just that idea that it's coming later, I feel, in the year, and that it just sort of, maybe it's not a complete ruin to this project or this idea about what you love, but it's a setback of sorts, and maybe it makes you reconsider going forward with that.
Right. With the King of Cups, there's disappointment here, and I almost feel
It's the Knight.
I'm sorry, the Knight of Cups. There's disappointing news, or there's some disappointing thing that happens. And here's another thing that I would want to say is, don't allow your emotions or maybe some disappointments in other areas of your life cause you to spend extravagantly or make some frivolous purchases that you don't need right now. Otherwise, some hard lessons might be learned from that. Sometimes we emotionally act out by either eating too much or spending too much, things of that nature. So just be aware of that too, I think.
Okay, so that was 2022. So then with 2023, the two cards were the reversed Seven of Wands and the reversed Magician.
Well, it's really interesting, Lena. It just seems like, and feel free to ask again because sometimes conditions change. But I think because of everything that's going on right now, we are getting a rather negative slant here. It looks as though 2023 is not super advantageous for growth. And again, it's not like you're going to, there's the Magician card reversed. It's not like you're going to have any rabbits to pull out of your hat. You're not going to be able to, just come up with the funds when you necessarily need them. So unless you plan. So in other words, in order to gain an advantage next year, you have to make sure you have a financial plan early on. So, you should look at conditions right now and decide what your goals are financially for 2022 and 2023, and try to stick to a plan.
In 2023, what the problem could end up being, I don't know if it's the whole year or if it starts at one point or not, is that you're finding the creative focus and maybe the will to keep moving when there seems to be a lot of odds against the project, the enterprise, the business you're building there. So it could just be that because there is maybe some overall bad economic conditions that I think we're both sort of sensing, that maybe is making it harder for you to gain the momentum or gain the positioning you want. And some of this may be because or will contribute to, somehow your will is sort of resolving. You're going to sort of feel like maybe you're not as creative as you want to be, that you don't have your timing right. So you may be looking at those factors to either challenge yourself to improve, or whether or not it means, it's time for you to release that energy for a different project.
We're going to do a yes/no on your other question, but let's do the Lenormand on this and see if it gives us any clue. That would be you first. Grab one.
2 for each? Or just...
No, just one overall. I want to see if it gives any clue as to where some of these financial issues...
You have but to ask.
Well, I guess whatever I pull is the clue here. All right. Well, it's really interesting. I did say you wouldn't be able to pull rabbits out of hats, and here's the luck card. But I really think this isn't necessarily about luck. Considering the tone of these cards were rather negative, I think what the Lenormand is saying here, the key is fate. The key is timing. And 2022 and 2023, I feel, are years where you're just going to have to lay a little bit low, play it safer with your finances in these next 2 years. That's the key, because funny things could happen, that could upset your financial plans if you're not prepared for them.
By the same token, it's also possible, too, that funny plans could maybe give little perks of better luck, although the overall picture sort of seems dubious at this point.
Yeah.
I'm going to let Banshee have that last word there.
That was it.
Yeah.
So, Mr. O, grab your card so we can do a quick yes/no.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Violet, when I do that scene transition, do you hear a different sound? Because I'm watching the audio monitors and they seem to be reacting as same as possible. We were talking through the last one and it looked like it registered that. Oh, I have an idea. I know what it is. There is another control for this. Thanks for telling me about that.
I don't like all those screen changes personally, but whatever. All right.
That's because you're boring.
I am, I guess.
You are boring. And it doesn't actually look like it from our angle, but I think I know why there's a master thing involved with that. The audio is delivering during it, but I have another control that turns off the monitor, I think, or off the audio. So I have to check on that. It's a little wonky, the whole thing anyways. There's been weird glitches with a number of my programs, not just this one.
I have a question from Lena about the last reading. So, Lena, it could be good. He tried to throw some good word on that. But I really feel no. Sometimes it's just because I'm taking that Lenormand in context with the other cards. And so the Lenormand can talk about luck and fate. But I really feel here what it's saying is it's possible external circumstances you're not expecting, are going to play a role in why things could turn south. Or bad for you. I should say that. Bad for you. So I would just be very careful. It's not saying you're going to necessarily lose a lot of money or anything, but it could happen that unexpected expenses come up, and you just need to be prepared for that.
Well, some folks have shown up in the chat room. Hi, everybody. Hi, Violet Ann and Divine Universe. Love to all. Happy spring.
Count them out, Mr. O.
Will do.
So, Violet Ann, good to see you again.
How is the question framed again?
Will find love in, just a minute. Will I find love by next year?
Well,
Maybe.
Lucky in love or money, but not both, maybe. These two aces came off really quickly, so you... Oh, it's not on it yet, so... Mr. O is having a really bad day, and he doesn't like it.
The Page of Cups. So you've got two aces and the Page of Cups. And to me, that indicates that there could be a date, there could be a romance, there could be at least meeting people and maybe some invitations or dates. I'm looking at this as possibly the beginning of something, Lena. You could find some love, but the thing is, will it continue? Will it develop into something? That is hard to say, but it looks like that by next year, something could be beginning for you.
Yeah, I can't really disagree with this, that it actually does look like something's going to happen. You are vibrating to the essence of love or romance or sentimental feelings or things like that. That's clearly from this Page of Cups here. So I think that the aces are saying it really is likely. So keep open-minded about it.
And that's what we have for you. Good luck with that, Lena. And now we are on Marcia.
And I think Marcia put it into question. General love reading. Your cards.
Oh, okay. Did I use this last time? I don't remember.
No, I don't think you did.
Actually, I've only... Okay, never mind. I have not.
On Friday mornings, I pull 2 cards for each sign of the zodiac and try to give an emotional exchange reading indicating what your good vibrations or your bad trips for the following week. So check that out, Fridays at 7 a.m.
Oh.
And you're welcome, Lena. You're welcome.
You're welcome, Lena. All right. Let's see what we have here. Ooh. Well, we have Death reversed. We have the King of Cups reversed. It's very interesting cards here. 8 of Cups upright. So it's really very, very interesting to me that this card is in the middle. So but not really. I'm just saying that though actually what I meant to say was that these 2 cards are on the end. Because they're kind of diametrically opposed to each other. Death is talking about stagnation. And maybe that's where things are at right now, that you feel like things are not moving in the right direction. Or not moving at all, so you feel like things are kind of stuck, and you're concerned about that. And then we have the King of Cups here, and it indicates, I don't know, it could be a person, it could be somebody in your life who is just not responsive, relationship-wise, that maybe you've been interested in. I'm just throwing that out there. But I also feel that this could just indicate that you feel as though right now you just don't seem to have real control over your love life right now, and it's making you feel very down and depressed about things. And the 8 of Cups is here, and the 8 of Cups, I think, is your future. I just feel like you are moving on now. You're moving on to, so you're seeking something that is better for you, that is more enriching to you, that is more fulfilling, and you feel, it will be a relationship that will go places.
Well, that Death Reverse card would suggest to me that you either feel or that the emotional resonance, love life, etc. is really inert. It just really seems like there's nothing really significant going on. Maybe you're in between things, or maybe there's just other stuff going on. The King of Cups sort of, to me, senses the idea of disappointment with, some of the people that maybe you thought, maybe were, possibilities. It just sort of feels like things don't feel right, but they may change. That really, it seems to me like it's just a matter of it being on the horizon on a certain level, that the idea that you are moving towards something, but a lot of that will have to do with you choosing to leave what doesn't work behind.
Well, that's an excellent point here, Mr. O. I forgot about that with the Eight of Cups. Of course, you have to leave some of your old life behind. And whether that's physically, people, places, things, or if it's things inside of you, outmoded thinking, this is a time for new thought and new horizons. And I feel here that you are longing for something else to happen, and you're going to be on a journey, seeking it out. I believe the journey has a positive ending, but I guess we'll have to check the Lenormand on that to be sure.
To some degree, this card may suggest that you have some difficulties accepting yourself emotionally as being available to people, or people seeing that in you. So you're not feeling like you're just as accessible as you want to feel, or at least maybe to the kind of folks you really want to be more accessible to, the kind of people you want to resonate and be attracted to, rather than other people that you're not as interested in.
Well, I think that's healthy. I mean, I don't know if that King of Cups is indicative of him, but, it certainly could be.
Water sign, so yeah, it's possible.
All right. Wow. All right, I've drawn the stork.
You didn't even wait for mine. You usually wait.
Well, I did it last time before you too,
So stork and house. Oh,
wow, you're making a move.
bad.
Now, of course, this does, certainly in a general reading, I would say, well, it looks like you're changing resonance. You're moving. I mean, look at that. You've got the stork and you've got the house. But in this situation, I feel you're moving towards a new beginning, one that will afford you more comfort, more security, somebody you will feel really at home with and at ease with, and you are ready. You are ready to start off on this journey, and I think it could indicate some new romance may be coming in the year ahead. I can't give a time on this yet, but maybe we could do another reading on that some point, Marcia, but I definitely think you will be heading off into new directions.
Thank you.
Doesn't that stork seem to go along with the Eight of Cups there?
Yeah, I think it does. I think that because the question was asked about, the romantic spectrum, that's what's implied there with the house, that really it's coming to you, it's coming to your home, somebody you will find probably within not a great amount of time. It may be sooner than later.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
I'm just writing people down on the list. All right. So that's what we have for you. Geez, Marcia, yeah, it just sounds like a no-win proposition with that one. And you deserve better. And I think here the universe is ready to offer it. So, once you firmly make that decision, and I know with somebody like Arthur that's hard because they keep popping up, but once you firmly make that decision, I think that the universe will respond. And that's what we got for you. And maybe it's not a matter of making a decision, because I know you're pretty firm about it in your mind, but actually now moving in the direction of something new is what's got to happen next.
I see Seek for sure has joined us.
And
very
before
nice.
that was Vita.
Hope you like us. Right. And I believe that Sonali is next. Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's correct. Yep. And what a divine message? Yep. All right. Your deck.
Okay. I'm going to use my Nefertari deck in seeking the divine message from Durga. Excuse me.
Oh, you're so cute. Yes, you are. He's just laying here. I should let him lay.
You're very welcome, Marcia, and good luck. I mean that. Keep coming to our show.
Yeah, I know. That's what makes it hard. Oh, I'm so sorry. I know. Now he's mad at me. I'm so sorry. I'll move my list this way. I just
Get in line because I'm mad at everything today. Okay, so you're not even near the top of the list. Isn't that refreshing?
We've been so busy these last couple days. It's just
all of my technology's failing on me. All of my software, I don't understand it.
Well, you try to move very
You're
quickly,
welcome.
and you should experiment with some of this stuff first.
Okay, so that means that we have to wait until you decide
No,
we need
but
a
maybe
new...
Thursday streams when it's quieter and you can tinker more.
I'm talking
on
about this
it.
thing.
Oh, well, we talked about it. You just told me a couple days ago
We always
it was
talk
going.
about it.
Did I have to order it that day and get 24-hour delivery? You
How
did
many
not
more
tell me
hours?
that.
How many more sessions do you want to put up with it?
Well, we will put up with a falling tripod all the time because Sunny keeps walking through.
I have Mars in my chart too, so it's hard to say if it's my own Mars or if it's just playing off of hers.
Little bitterness here. Now we've got this issue, and it just sort of cropped up as being.
We don't have issues. We have volumes.
Oh my goodness! I'm talking about that. You're talking about, well,
Okay, back to Sonali.
40 years of marital bliss.
Durga sends you the moon.
Hey, nice card. I like that card in this deck.
And also the reversed Four of Swords. Very nice. And then also the reversed Six of Swords. So that's interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting here because, again, we've got a little bit of a, what do you want to call it, opposition. We have the Four of Swords, which is about movement and recovery, and then we've got the Six of Swords, which is about staying in place. And then we've got the Moon. So what is Durga's message? Durga's message. You're ready. I feel that there's a readiness to move forward now on something. Your gut is telling you to do something right now, but something is holding you back. That Six of Swords says that something is making you want to revisit. Maybe there's some loose ends in some situation you're trying to leave behind or that you need to leave behind. And so it's hard to move forward till you can clean this up. And I believe that the message is that you need to do it. You need to figure out what it is that you need to resolve so that you can now move on in a more healthy and positive manner with your life.
I think that the role of the moon is interesting here because I wonder if some of this is coming through dreams, divine messages somehow too.
Yeah, that's why I said gut, right.
Yeah, and that you're going to, pretty much what Banshee says here, get this idea that although things seem to want to hold you back, the dream is really telling you the energies of the dream. It's about the changing cycles. The moon is about cycles. It's about perceptions. It's about higher perceptions. You need to make a move into another area or back to an area that you had you're being held back by, but you need to challenge that. And there's a duality about the moon that says you understand that there's really some interesting things on both sides, but you're going to have to seek more divine messages, more divine wisdom to release you to move forward.
Yeah, the Six of Swords is the key here. There's something that needs resolution or just letting go. It's finally time to let go of things you may be holding on to that need release. And maybe the only way you can do that is by reapproaching the situation or the people involved or whatever it is, and just tidying up loose ends and moving forward. So, Lenormand, Mr. O, feel free to put it down before me. You can. Ooh. So are you at the crossroads of making a decision about somebody in your life? Whether it's family, somebody related to family, a boss at work, it could be, I'm just wondering here, it could be some male person in your life, and you're at a crossroads. You need to make a decision of some sort. If you were in a relationship, and I'm not, I would say it's about somebody you're involved with, but this could be family situations, this could be, a child even, whatever the case may be, something is at a cross. And failing that, this could just mean you, Sinelli, that maybe the spirit is saying that, this is just, because this is a significator card, that it is time for you to make a decision. It's time for you to decide what direction and where you're going to go next, because you're ready to do something different. You're ready to and open and feeling strength returning that you could move on, but something still is holding you back. Whether it's a person or it's you yourself.
So I feel that while the tarot oftentimes talks about the more abstract qualities behind or around your question, this may get more to the nuts and bolts. And so the divine message from Durga is really what we mostly said in that abstract form, but that really this is coming to you sooner than you think. I'm pretty sure that the idea of making this move to go this way rather than stay that way is coming soon.
Good point. Yeah, okay. That's what we have for you, Sinelli. Good luck with that. And Mary has an interesting question, so...
Yeah.
All right, we will tackle that. A Gemini. Gemini's my rising sign. So I'm just a talker. And because I'm an Aries, I'm a fast talker.
And sometimes a never-ending talker.
Sometimes that's true.
Well, I've been trying to do the camera changes after you stop talking so that if there is a mic cutout, it's not affected. And just when I think you've stopped and I hit that button, you start talking again.
You're welcome, Sinelli.
You are.
I guess I gotta zip it.
No, just if it seems like you're stopping, continue to stop. Don't. And another thing.
No, I must.
Oh,
I must
okay.
interject when the thoughts appear.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm definitely going to work on either just dumping those transitions. I spent a little time making them.
All right, Mary, let's see what's going on here.
I'm going for the guilt.
You're going for something. Did I not turn on my happy fountain today? Or my little thing, lantern?
No happy fountain flowing
Lantern.
freely.
All right. Okay. We have the Fool. Am I talking at the wrong time or doing the cards at the wrong time?
Just now you did.
I'm not going to cater to your interruptions there, your intrusions of... Okay, it's the cat. It is the Fool reversed. I will put it down here for the moment. And then we have the Nine of Cups upright.
I got rid of it.
And we have the Two of Fire. We're just being silly. Oh my goodness! Casey, where have you been?
Who is that?
Oh my gosh, good to see you, Casey.
I don't know.
Welcome back. Hey. Wow, well, let me say, Mary, that there's an interesting hodgepodge of things here. You know, you want to know their intentions. I just want to make sure I've got that question right.
Mm-hmm. There was unfinished
Current
business.
thoughts and intentions. Is there unfinished business? What do you think about that Two of Wands in relation to that, Mr. O? Well,
maybe.
There may be.
Let me see these other guys.
I want to follow this up with a yes-no to get some more info here. But the way I'm looking at this, I'm thinking the Fool is reversed and, okay, I don't know how long you and your recent ex have been together, but there's this feeling, or maybe even have been separated. There may have been some missteps. Maybe this is talking about... I'm just trying to figure out if that Fool is about the past more or the recent past. And I'm going to say it's the recent past. And I feel here that there have been some missteps in communications with the ex or their communications with you. They just feel like things are never really on solid ground here. And they're and also I wonder here too, if in their life right now, I don't know if they're seeing anybody else per se, but I can't help but wonder here if they're not doing something risky, something that involves risk.
I don't know about that. I'm not sure I feel that, but I feel that they seem to feel like they're where they want to be, more or less, with that Nine of Cups there. Mm-hmm. I'm not thinking that they have any intentions towards you, maybe. Maybe if they're feeling like there was just more things to handle that they didn't like for whatever reason. It could be that with that Fool reversed, maybe on some levels they weren't as serious about some things as you thought, perhaps, or they made a change, and maybe some of that was expressed with the idea that things were harder or more difficult for them. I don't see secret agendas necessarily, but I do see the idea that they either wanted more happiness or their feeling where they went brought them more.
Laura came too. How did
goodness.
I miss
Hi, Laura.
you, Laura? Hi there. I was probably busy saying hi to... All right, well, I'll tell you what. We've got
and also Priya
Casey,
came.
Laura, and Priya. Let's stop the list there, and then Violet Lotus will be last. And let's call it a day with that today. Okay. So we'll just have to say no to others coming in, but I think this will take us a little past the hour.
So we're getting a little more information from Mary. They did date for a while.
We dated for more than a year. Okay.
But they are seeing someone.
Okay, they are seeing someone?
It's up above that.
Oh, okay. That's interesting to me because I feel it here. I'm going to look at this as their intentions, this reading, and I feel here, I felt that they were doing something extracurricular, and maybe it's only because you guys just recently broke up that I felt that it might be, kind of sneaky or risky, that maybe he was seeing multiple people. Maybe he's not totally satisfied with what he has, and he is looking for, something that really fulfills him.
Do you want to do a quick yes or no just on the basic idea?
I'm not done because I never handled the... I know, I'm not done because I never handled the two. So what I'd like to say here is the this Nine of Cups is about wish fulfillment, and they really don't feel they've got what they're looking for yet. Maybe the possibility exists that they're never going to be satisfied. That's a possibility with this person as well. And I feel here that, they're really unsettled and uncertain about exactly what it is they want.
Right. It could just be that they've moved to a point now where they're mostly concerned with the more, emotional aspects of a relationship, pleasure and emotional feeling, and less about structure, money issues, other issues that may relate. That's what I'm getting from the Nine of Cups. And they don't want, something that maybe feels more of a hardship to them or more harder to balance out with their life.
He was sneaky. Okay. The Fool has some deception qualities there. That's why, sometimes, depending on the cards around it, I look at the Fool as it could be somebody who's kind of a cheater, unfaithful. It just depends.
Right. I mean, I didn't want to be, inconsiderate, but I sort of felt like I wanted to say, oh, he's sort of a pleasure seeker. Like, he's not serious enough to look beyond his own pleasure. Hi, Sunman. Thank you for doing that.
We're going to do a quick yes/no to find out if there's unfinished business. Let's just see. From that reading, it didn't look like it, but, let's just see what the cards will say. But I would say be eyes wide open should this person come back, because, I don't know. Let's just see. Let's see what else we get here.
My so sweet boy has come here to cuddle
and knock the camera over.
Knock the camera over and obscure it and stuff. Some things don't change, eh, Casey?
What I'm wondering about? I just want to say, I noticed a tripod today. I was looking at them that looked almost like this one, and it was an Amazon Basics one. And I'm wondering if this camera, I don't think it was necessarily an Amazon Basics camera, but if they didn't add that kind of tripod onto it. So I'll be looking beyond it. I saw something else you might be interested in that has a little bit more firmer footing than that.
That would be great.
Yeah. All right. Oh, I'm counting. Almost forgot.
The intuition being about unfinished business, I didn't exactly see something that made me feel that, other than the fact that, he
this is interesting.
Probably owes you more than an apology.
Come on! Off the cards! All right, that's it for you. No.
Be nicer.
He's got to stop going back and forth. This is bad. Well, and see, and I'll tell you why. Because the first card I drew was, listen, Sonny, there is consequences to your crazy behavior. That's justice. Justice upright was the first card I drew. Now, we only got one ace in this reading, Mary. We look for the number of aces we get in X amount of cards. And so that indicates that probably there is not unfinished business here. And it's really interesting to me that this time we got the Two of Wands upright for this reading. And so what I think this means to me is no, there is no unfinished business here. This is the Justice card. You deserve better than treatment maybe that you've gotten here. And I feel that the Two is saying you need to move past this now and plan for the future.
Two of Swords?
Two of Wands, isn't it? Oh, it's Two of Sky. Oh, rocks. Well, all right. It's similar to me, too. It is similar to me, too, in that what it basically is saying, you need to decide what you're going to do next. You need to make a decision to either move on or confront the situation once and for all and see where it leads. But my feeling here is that with the Justice card here, it's saying, you deserve better. You just deserve better. And let's do the Lenormand on that note.
Okay. I can't disagree with any of that. I sort of feel that there's a sense of just being cautious in a way, moving forward from this once you finally decide you can do that. Means a little bit of caution, just in terms of, not doing a rebound or anything like that.
I'm waiting for you.
I'm waiting
for you this time. I've got the lady and the ship. So it's basically saying, sometimes this means travel. If this were a general reading for you, Mary, I would say, oh, you're going on a trip. But you know what? I think what this is saying here is you need to make a move. It's pretty evident by this cards, too, that you need to... That ship... I know what you want to say, right? That ship has sailed.
Well, I was going to say...
You've done that before.
I was going to say you need to find the real love boat.
Aww. So, I think that, your intuition, your gut is, don't discount it, but look at some of the signs that we're showing you here and think about this now, First off, has this person stayed in touch with you? Are they trying to, keep you on the side, too? You just have to decide here, what it all means to you. Justice can also be about that. You have the scales of justice here. You have to weigh how important it is to revisit the situation again. Can these scales be balanced once more?
Well, maybe in context to the question, then maybe this means that maybe you might meet an interesting person on your trip.
You might be going on a trip, and maybe that is the case. It might change your attitudes. I know I saw that. But the other thing is, maybe you're also getting that because it's metaphorical for the fact that you need to make a move. It could be, though. I'm not going to rule that out at all, Mary. But this is where the cards stand today. You may want to ask us again in a week or two if conditions have changed. But that's what we see right now. And it all seemed to kind of tie together. So sometimes when our cards are all over the place, there's a little bit more uncertainty. So I can't say this in this situation. But that's what we have. Good luck with that, and thanks for joining us.
Alrighty.
And Deep Shaika, you are up. Well, Casey, how's school going? Are you done?
Casey mentioned something about school.
Oh, did I guess I missed some of that. There it is. Nope. Or I missed it.
I'm graduating soon after all my studying.
Oh, awesome. I don't seem to have that
We've
one.
missed you too.
Yes. Well, congratulations on graduating. That's
Absolutely.
awesome. My son went back to school. You know, he's nearing the 4.0 eventually. So they're soon. And he went back to school and he's studying cybersecurity. And I'm sure that's going to be right up his alley. He's going to be really good at that.
All right.
What else has happened since you've been gone, Casey? He got an awesome raise, too, where he works at. And
yeah, it was really awesome.
His life is really shot up there, doing really well.
I'm looking for Deep Shaika's question. Do you know it?
Oh, I don't. Deep Shaika, did you post a question?
Probably, but I don't know what it is.
I don't have anything written down. Sometimes I write it if I see it. There it is. What Divine wants me to know. I see it.
Very good. Okay, we got it. We got it.
Oh, psychotherapy practice. Awesome.
Yeah, that would be really cool. Wow. I might sign up for a session.
I'll sign him up for a session.
You can cut?
I can?
Yes, please.
Okay. I gotta cut it there. That's where they fell. That's all
The first
I can
cut
say.
is the deepest.
Well, that one wasn't too deep.
Oh, well, I was talking metaphorically.
Oh, okay.
All right. What Divine wants you to know. Okay. Whoops. I guess it helps if you put in a camera. The King of Cups. And it's upright.
Yeah, that's upright. Okay, we had the King of Cups earlier reversed for one reading.
A reverse Three of Cups.
Okay.
And then an upright Knight of Coins.
Sometimes you have to do what's right for you, Deep Shaika, I think is the Divine's message here. Sometimes, you just have to, for emotional stability and security, that the King of Cups afford, if you want to be this person, you can't always let others bring you down. Because it seems to me here that that's what might be happening is, whether it's in a workplace or whether it's in your social life or with family, don't let others bring you down and and try to unbalance you emotionally. And I feel here that this could be in relation to work or money or resources, because the Knight of Coins is here and it's the coming or going of a matter connected with money or material concerns often. So what I would say here is don't let others control your destiny. If you're unhappy working with a particular group of people or working at a particular job, if that's the case, it's time to leave it behind. I'm going to let you go. Sorry.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, I like this card a lot. He's actually sitting in a giant cup, or so it seems. And to me, the idea is the Spirit wants you to fill yourself up with the essence of whatever it is you want, whatever brings you pleasure, whatever makes you happy. Don't look at situations as being negatory necessarily. What you really should be moving towards is stability. And that's really what will fill you up with the most happiness, is moving that way. Try not to be involved in too many other... my gosh, I just want to kill it. Can I kill it? Can I kill the camera? Am I allowed to do that? I don't know why this keeps happening. I'll stop there. Go on.
Well, that's really cool. I hadn't even recognized that was a cup he was sitting in. It's really a nice analogy, Mr. O. And so I also think that maybe this is, despite some of the upsets or the ups and downs of material life, the everyday, I should probably not touch the table.
I'm just going to hold
the
it.
Everyday material world can bring, and, the different jockeying for position or infighting between people. Lead from the heart. Lead from the heart is maybe the message here with that king sitting in the cup. Is make sure that what you do, is heartfelt and comes from your heart and is not petty, bickering, or argumentative. Rise above those kind of things in your life is what the Divine is trying to say here. Let's move on. You grabbed them before I could. Oh. Well, that falls into what you said about the Knight, I believe.
Yeah.
Security.
I pulled the anchor. And Banshee pulled the stars.
So I really feel you'll find, there is hope here for you to find some security and some stability in your life, which Mr. O had pointed out with that Knight of Coins here. Sometimes it's not necessarily material matters necessarily. It could be in other areas of your life that you find more security and stability. There is hope of this occurring here. It just seems to me that sometimes, we allow situations or people to get the better of us. And so long as you can avoid that and, operate from a heart level, you should be fine.
I think Spirit finally is saying that really the course to destiny for you, the course to hope and stuff like that, is kind of assured, and you just need to kind of anchor yourself to that idea. Continue to, fill yourself up with all the good things that you need to really, keep pushing yourself towards that. Don't let negative emotions draw you back from that. All right.
Angel Rivera, you are up. So, hey, KC, I know you'll be busy setting up your practice, but are you going to do any more readings on Twitter once you're, done with school? Miss you out there, too. All right, Angel Rivera.
All right. It's your deck.
Single card read. Oh, absolutely. Oh no! You're kidding. There's somebody else that I follow on Twitter who's had to reset her account because she couldn't get back in either. What's up with that? Hey, you're very welcome, Deep Shaika. Good luck. Good luck. All right, shuffle.
You're using this deck a lot.
I thought I just... Well, probably 3 times is my guess. I used it because I know Angel likes the deck. The Mystical Cat Tarot. I was going to use the Shadowscapes, but I switched to that.
You're welcome, Deep Shaika.
All right. The top card, which you wanted, is interesting. It's the 6 of Pentacles reversed. So for the single card read, it looks as though, there's a little bit of a flow issue here between giving and receiving. And what that exactly means is, in some area of your life, there is an imbalance, a disharmony here that needs...
1, 2, 3. Gina!
Wow, isn't it funny that Gina
Angel.
and Casey are here together?
How could
it's
that
like
have
old
happened?
times. We have to give Gina a reading. Gina, you will be added. You are the last to be added, but we want you here read for. All right.
Okay, so 6 of Pentacles reversed. As a single card read, I think that Spirit is saying not so fast in terms of some of the things you think are helping others, that maybe the way to help others is maybe a different idea from what you thought, the way to give to others or the way to exchange with others, that there's maybe something different being called for.
Well, I hate to use the terms that Fox News uses, fair and balanced, but, you gotta be, you really don't allow yourself to be taken advantage of, might be a message too here. Only take on what's fair to take on, and others should do their part in their share too. I think that's part of the message of this card. Let's look at the message from Spirit for the Equinox on the bottom here. Well, how interesting that, because we have the 6 of Earth here. We now have the 7 of Earth following in succession. The Spirit message is, you know what? Take a step back and assess your progress right now, or maybe where things are at. And maybe, it is a spirit message for Equinox. Equinox, it's really funny that you've got this card here about the lack of balance. And now this is saying to take a step back and assess this. This is a time to take a step back and assess if you're being treated right and fairly. Maybe use the energy of the equinox, to help you assess that.
Well, with the first card I said that maybe this was about you reconsidering how you give to others or how you exchange. And so this card is saying that for sure. Maybe this card should have been the first card for me. That this is really saying there is a time for some introspection about these qualities here, that maybe there's more for you to do, but it has to be done a certain way. I know it sounds cryptic. I guess I'm burnt out.
Crypto boy. All right, let's see what we got here. Burnt out. Yeah. Oh. We have the bear. Oh.
In the coffin.
Well, I'm not thrilled about the way this came up. I would suggest that, the message may be that, there may be something here that is draining your sense of empowerment, your ability to express this idea that you need to be treated fairly or that things should be more balanced in your life. Something there is blocking, you from doing that.
Well, it's interesting to me because I was talking about, that you should try to find other ways to do something, or Spirit's trying to tell you that. But I'm actually wondering if what this is about is you offering your leadership or offering your strength, and maybe you should just sort of not do that. Put an end to that idea about, showing things your strength, because some of the feeling I'm getting here is that for this context, whatever it is, you're not really being appreciated for your efforts. That's what I've been kind of seeing there, I think, in a way. And this is saying, like, maybe if that was about really the strength you give, the support you give to this situation, it's just not making a difference to those people, and you might want to reconsider something different.
Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about Estonia too. Absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
All those countries bordering there. It's a worry. Well, so that's what we have for you, Angel Rivera. I hope that made some sense. I think there was some interesting corollaries here to the equinox, So, like I said, the equinoxes are my favorite seasonal turnings of the wheel. I love the balance. We Aries, we're always living on the edge. But I can certainly appreciate times of balance and tranquility when everything is in harmony. I really get a lot out of the equinoxes. All right, let's move on to Ostino.
Okay, and I have their question here.
Okay, what is it?
Ex-girlfriend from 9th grade reconnected with me, and we've been talking over the phone. Well, I don't know what the question is.
I was wondering if you're referring back to that, because I was not. Well, you did say the name is Nancy. Do you want any information on that?
Yeah, let's just do that. Let's just do that.
Well, let's wait till Ostino responds.
Okay.
You got any? There it is. So, can you do a reading about my recent connection? Yes, we can. All right.
I knew that.
I don't assume. I know you're psychic.
I'm holding back because I don't have that icy hot that Violet recommended a little while back.
It has been a day here in the household.
Mercury must be retrograde only for me.
So anyway, We had a great time with a couple of friends of ours yesterday, a couple we know, and just awesome to reconnect again after months of not seeing each other. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Yes.
Didn't we just use my cards?
We certainly did.
So there you are pontificating, and it was your cards all along.
Oh, that's just groovy. My Mac is dying.
So
I unplugged it and now the energy's nearly gone.
why did you unplug it? Is it still?
Because
Okay.
the power cord does spazzy things.
Okay.
And that was what was perturbing me earlier. The power cord has some weird short, and so it just hits things I don't want it to hit when I don't want it to hit and stuff like that.
Oh, you're going to have to plug it in.
I am. You're going to have to give me a moment.
I will try to give you a moment. I will. All right. Wow, this is coming up for everybody today. What's going on here? Okay, so we have the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is reversed. It's really interesting in this particular case, I think. We have the Page of Discs upright.
It was a lot of fun, Gina.
And then we have the Nine of... Oh, it's Justice. It's Justice again, reversed, which is really interesting to me. Some of these cards keep coming up in readings. Well, Astino, I think the Six of Swords indicates here that, you know, you guys are connecting again because maybe there's some loose ends from... there's something unfinished from the past, right?
That's the Six of Swords. Yes.
Yeah.
It may have been totally that. There's something that's connecting you. It may have been something that was considered an injustice or something unfair. Like maybe the reason your connection frayed was because of some sort of misunderstanding or somebody else's intervention. Maybe it was parents at the time if you were in ninth grade, that kind of thing. Maybe there was some reason why this happened, and it shouldn't have really. You should have remained friends somehow. Because they never forgot about you, really. They've really actually been very inspired by you. And I think the reason this happened was it was meant to, because there is maybe something that connects you that's from, you know, another layer there.
Well, I'm going to speak about it in the present tense. There's some unfinished business or some unfinished business or feelings. Maybe that's just the point, is that they never felt that this was done, but you guys did get pulled apart for some reason, and now there's this coming back together. I feel the Page of Coins here is really talking about the present to me. The pages could be about beginnings, the start of something or some news. And I also feel this is about the reconnection happening, but also that there is some growth and positive energy surrounding this reconnection. However, then we have to tackle Justice reversed here and what that could mean. I think what it could mean is that this reconnecting with each other may have some ups and downs. It might not be stable. Maybe it won't last for long. I wonder about that. But I just feel that with Justice reversed here, it's indicating that make sure that, you know, whatever the only caveat I have here is to make sure that this reconnection isn't because somebody needs you and is trying to take advantage of you in some way in your good nature. So that would be the only caveat, but I have a feeling in my mind that this could be the start of, you know, a growthful reconnection with this person. But everything has its ups and downs, and that's maybe why the Justice card is there.
I've been going through horrible stuff. Go on.
Okay. Aw, that's sweet. Well,
Wow. Snake and a fox. Which is which?
I don't know. These are very challenging cards in some way, and yet there could be some other connotations here. But I feel that, to be cautious, and, because you haven't seen the person in years, you never know, excuse me, what life changes have been wrought. And I would just say to make sure there aren't any ulterior motives for this reconnection. If you have any suspicions, just play it loose, don't get too entangled. Just take it for what it is. Share poetry with each other, which I think is wonderful. But just watch out for now, because you really don't know, where this person has been.
I agree with that mostly, but I'm going to throw in another idea because I'm just getting a sense
That's okay. I wonder if you're going where I am. But go ahead.
That the snake is another person.
Oh.
And that, like I mentioned before, that maybe because you were younger, that maybe there was somebody else that was responsible for disconnecting you, maybe a parent, something like that. I'm just wondering if there is another person who's still around there. I don't know that they would really impact any growing reconnection, but they might still be there, and it might be something to think about.
This just might indicate to me that, take it slow, because sometimes things don't always look the way they seem. The thing is that if these cards came up with other cards, I might be saying something different. But they came up together, and when two negatives come together, it's kind of like a negative. So the snake has this aura of deception or sneakiness about it, and actually that's the fox. The fox can be very crafty in a positive sense, but when it's around a card like the snake, it's not necessarily a positive thing. So just make sure, you just take it easy at first and take it for what it is. Get the joy out of it that it's bringing you now, and let things develop slowly. Because like I said, this could have growth potential, but it's too early to really tell what's going on.
Yeah, you might just want to, check back with us or other divination, as things develop, just to see, what's going on,
where things are headed. But good luck with that, because I do think there is some positive energy surrounding this.
Absolutely.
Violet Ann. Oh, man. Talk about cleaning. No cleaning.
You're welcome, Austin.
Hey, you are welcome.
We didn't have enough time, but we almost dropped in the bakery yesterday, but we were having company, and so we sort of had to short circuit that.
Yeah.
Hi, Violet Ann.
We're just too busy, and we're really exhausted. I slept in way too late today. I wasn't going to miss my Material Matters show, though, but...
Next week, look for Violet Ann.
Okay.
And just a reminder, we are back on Thursday night, 7 to 9 p.m. If you didn't see us here, or if you want to come back again, there we are. Don't forget to like us and subscribe and other things. And of course, if you need a little creepy, come see me on Wednesdays for Goth Tarot.
A little creepy. Come see him every day, because he's a Scorpio.
You know that's right.
Touche, eh? You are welcome, Austin. That's right, Estonia is part of NATO. That's right. That's a line that will be interesting to see if it gets crossed one way or another here. They're getting pretty close to the Polish border with airstrikes, so... we start with the Ace of Pentacles reversed. And then we got the Hierophant upright. And the Chariot reversed. Geez. So I think next week is a time to kind of maintain the course, or just slow it down, the course. Maybe that's a better way to say it. Because things aren't moving financially. It looks as though financially there's a standstill. There's not a lot of potential for growth in the week ahead in that regard. And the Hierophant is here, and I'm kind of thinking either twofold. One is that you just need to maintain the policies, procedures, or your plans. Stick to the plan is maybe it. Don't deviate or try to do anything creative or out of the box, because it might backfire. And secondly, I would say with that Hierophant is maybe if you're having issues with financial matters or career, maybe it's time to seek out a career counselor or a financial manager or something like that. Some mentor, somebody who can help you.
I think this is definitely more about the financial realms.
Yeah.
And I wonder if you have been job searching or if you're thinking about changing jobs. I'm trying to remember. I think you actually don't have a job right now, but I don't remember. So, but I'm feeling like this is not, this next week, any extra ground gained there regardless. Some of this could just be that from management or employer's point of view, there's just some sort of stodginess that they're not really ready to activate more workforce. Maybe that's because of other conditions, pandemic or other resource conditions.
Applying for jobs. Okay.
Yeah, and then some of this too, I think, Violet Ann, is that because all of this is, very depressive economic times nearly worldwide,
You're kind of stuck.
You're kind of stuck, but it's also too, the motivation really sucks right now for all of us people that are like that, that we just really don't know which way to go. Should we try to do things that don't feel within our nature to affect possibility, i.e., I'm going to get my hair cut short because it'll make me look more presentable, or I'm going to do things to hide my tattoos, or whatever it is. I'm going with superficial reasons, but the idea that maybe trying to please employers is really not a winning game either, in a sense that it's just a bad time from the employment perspective. And I have a feeling this is your gut week.
Well, this is the week ahead. And as I've said earlier, my Material Matters show was just showing these trends this week that are not good for impressing people, working with others. There was conflict or bad stuff in everybody's reading in relation to dealing or working with others. So if you are trying to impress an employer, it just might not be the right week.
Right, and the thing I really was looking for is that none of this is personal. This isn't necessarily a snotty HR person saying, she's got a nose piercing or whatever it is. It's really them saying this is just not a good time for them too. And so it may just be that a week or longer is just going to be kind of worthless with that, because somebody's just sitting in place. And that's ultimately management, I think.
It might just be a bad week. It seems like it's a bad week all around for everybody. So I hope it's not going to be something in the war that's going to make things worse, or whatever the case may be. But it just seemed like it was a real...
And like I said, I don't think it pertains to much else other than, what you're trying to do career-wise. All right. And we keep getting this one again.
Wow. House and Snake. So... be sure that whatever, you're doing with career or job, doesn't affect your, you got to be sure that you're secure financially and everything. Make sure nobody is deceiving you about salary, about benefits, about your security someplace. I get the feeling that there is deception, and it has to do with your security. And then again, we have that Ace of Pentacles reversed too. So also be aware that if you're trying to get some money right now, a loan or a handout, that, make sure everything is on the up and up, because that just is that snake is, and see, the snake is coming up, which of course is like dealings with people, right?
Yeah, good luck on the interview. I'm not clear if this is coming from that, but I'm getting the feeling that maybe, is this about work from home? I just get a feeling like maybe there's a connection here, work from home. Maybe, I don't know, or that maybe, watch out for that. Maybe that's where that is. Like, I almost get a perception like, have you been hacked recently, or is there any security issues where somebody might try hacking you or stealing your identity or things like that? Because I'm just wondering if that's, Lenormand sort of makes me feel like a physical perspective.
You better follow us too, Casey.
You better. Or I won't say happy birthday to you, because I know when your birthday is.
That's right.
But I just...
We have a new and improved birthday reading this year.
Okay, maybe not, but just watch for that, because I get the feeling like here's what I guess I'm thinking is, like, if you possibly are considering taking positions, and maybe this isn't next week, this is down the road, working from home, be careful that if you're doing that kind of transmission stuff, that nothing is insecure there, because I'm just wondering if that's just the possibility of a job that wouldn't work out very well if it allowed you to be hacked, right?
Well, all I can say is beat the odds of my material matters and these cards and get that job this week. I hope the interview turns out well.
Absolutely.
Don't let this rattle and shake you, but just realize now that if things don't work out, I really believe there is something going on, whether it's astrologically or what, in this next week. So something is afoot. Good luck with that, Violet Ann. Divine, you are up. I'm trying to roll things along because I see we will be going into a healthy overtime here.
Healthy overtime.
Get your cards ready, Mr. O.
Okay, and I don't remember Divine's question. Did they write it?
Did I write it down? No, I did not, so they may not have.
I'm going to try to scan.
Oh, what should I focus on this week? Okay, we've got it.
Thank you, Violet. Okay, Divine.
And we're sorry we're taking a little long today. I know some people have been anxious here. Sorry about that. But we're getting there. We're getting to the bottom of the list here, slowly but surely. Everybody on the list will get a reading. We will not add anybody else, even if it's our closest friends.
Don't say that.
I can't. We can't.
You know who will show up.
No.
I just found my YouTube identity.
Well, I was very happy that one of my closest friends, one of our friends from last night, joined Twitter. And now I will be able to communicate with them because I'm not a Facebook person, and she is. So we've always been not communicating well, and now we're connected. Yay! Okay.
So believe it or not, we are actually doing that modality message later on in the evening.
Believe it or not.
Believe it or not, because we haven't filmed it yet.
Because we are so exhausted, seriously.
We're going to film it somewhat shortly after the live stream ends.
So sadly, I haven't been able to do my my review of the Pope Tarot yet. I'm hoping to be able to do that unboxing soon.
Okay, Divine, what should you focus on this next week?
Okay.
You have the Seven of Coins reversed.
Okay, that's okay.
You have the Page or Knave of Coins, Page of Coins, also reversed.
Okay.
And then you have the Knight of Wands Right.
Wow, it's clearly work, Divine.
Yeah, it does seem that way.
You got to focus on work. So what do you have to focus on?
I think a new challenge to grow your work in general, like maybe not so much adding accounts. I know everybody always is, talking about, oh, I have to take on more accounts, but something that could actually maybe enhance your profile in certain ways or move you into a direction, give you more experience, give you different, routines to work. And I think that's the Knight of Wands there, that you're moving towards that idea. The Seven of Coins reverse says, really, this is very much something that you should focus on. It really sort of brings the idea of fruitfulness. And that then leaves me with the Page of Coins, which will, to me, suggest that maybe it is a slow start or that you're not totally feeling that energy, but circumstances are moving you towards that. That's that Knight there.
Yeah, I feel here you need to work on some issues related to your job or a place of employment. They might be financial issues. They might be, maybe unresolved financial issues or some negative news you've gotten. Like, I don't know if maybe this is about a bonus or a raise in pay. Maybe you were expecting more money. But this is something that you will possibly want to make a move on of some sort.
It's a new opportunity. It's something I do think.
Oh, so you think an opportunity's coming? Okay.
Yeah. Or it is here. I mean, that's what you should focus on, creating this new opportunity.
Okay. That I can see.
Yes. Okay.
So I think here that if there is some disappointments, maybe exactly what he said, the idea is that you need to find a workaround or a way around it. Or maybe, abandon it completely and move on to a better new opportunity that may present itself. I don't know. I want to see the Lenormand on this one because I'm a little unclear what this is talking about. I have to be honest.
Well, I think you should focus on a new opportunity, but what I'm feeling is it's at work, it's work related, but it really is different. It's not just, like I said, adding new accounts or something like that. It may be working under different situations or learning different things somehow. Do they do cross training where maybe you shadow somebody to learn their jobs or aspects of their jobs?
This is so weird. Okay, that
Isn't
one
it?
did it. No, my Lenormand. They kept slipping out of my hand. So I think I have to go with this one. Well,
It's something to do with social media, perhaps, or in that public, internet sphere, the public thing.
I don't know. I'm feeling something here, Divine, and I can't quite put my finger on it with this reading. But when I see the whip in the garden, I'm thinking to myself, there's some dis-ease or unhappiness, maybe with some conditions, with people at work, whether it's management. There just seems to be, there might be some disagreement or some differences of opinion on something. And for some reason, I keep thinking it has to do with the financial matter. But it's up to you now and that's the 7 reversed, right? The 7 of Pentacles. To get to work on what's wrong here, or to get to work on creating new opportunities for yourself to improve your financial circumstances.
That thing you said about, managers' possible interference or just different. I'm wondering if that's what this opportunity is you figuring out how you can, with protocol, work around them, how you can do, if necessary, end games, where basically you do a workaround and you can kind of avoid what they might be trying to impart there. I'm thinking it could be something like that. Mm-hmm. And so therefore it could be anything to do with what you do, that it's just really you finding where the workaround space is. That's what the challenge is finding a way to work around other things to still get what you want there and do it in the right way, protocol-wise.
Well, and the only other thing I can think of here, Divine, under the circumstances is maybe there's a disagreement about compensation with what you're doing now. And you need to create an opportunity that allows whoever or whatever, is involved in this disagreement to see you in the, to see that you are worthy of, better financial conditions, if that makes sense at all. It does seem it's a little bit confusing to me this week, Divine. I hope this made sense to you in some way, because I'm not sure. Sometimes the readings just don't gel or resonate with me, and I'm wondering if I'm missing something.
Well, I would just add lastly that what you said earlier in materials matters about people difficulties and how that's challenging. I think this is a part of what your reading is about too.
It keeps coming up in readings even today, on our live stream. So I do think there's just difficulties dealing with others in the week ahead.
Okay, so Vita wants to know what A's intention towards them is.
That one I had written down.
All right. Okay.
All
and
right.
Thanks for joining the show, Vita.
Yes, thank you. All right, let's roll. I'll get my cards. And do this one. Okay. Okay. There you go. My cards. Those are a little bit wider.
They're okay. I'm doing okay.
Where did I put those? Oh, they're hidden away. Okay.
There you go.
Get that. All right, thank you. And look what's come up again. Upright. Justice is here, upright. That card's come up quite a bit today. Here's the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is reversed. And the Two of Wands is reversed. So I don't know if this was a romantic question or not. I'm going to assume it probably was. But it looks as though I get the feeling that their intentions right now are a little bit unclear. I feel that it's possible they're not sure where things are leading yet. Justice is up right here, but I think when I'm looking at that card as the first card we drew, Vita, I'm really feeling that this person is weighing things right now. They're trying to decide how they feel, perhaps, and what their intentions, where they really want things to go. The Knight of Cups reverse could indicate to me some emotional confusion right now. And the Two of Wands, I'm coupling that, I think, with the energy of the Two of Wands reversed.
I believe, Vita, that maybe they have actually decided and that what their intentions are is that they want to be fair and maybe set the record straight. And the idea that maybe they aren't going in your direction, they're not drawn to you, or that they're actually moving away from you if there was something romantic. And that maybe they've decided that somehow the whole idea, it may be you personally, or maybe the idea of being in this situation doesn't really fit their world, fit their plan.
Their plan, yeah. See, I understood that, because the Knight of Cups to me, though, yeah, I could read it that way too. I mean, I can't argue with what he's saying. So I feel like it's either very, he's still thinking about it, like there might be a chance, but maybe it's true that they are looking beyond you now, that Two of Wands, that they're looking for something else. But Let's throw the Lenormand.
Sure. The essential quality to me is that I believe you will find out soon they're going to set the record straight. They're going to be honest and tell you, because it's the fair thing to do, and that maybe I feel that they do have that integrity for them. So I feel like you may actually find this out soon.
Interesting. Okay. I can't argue, because those are two, the Knight of Cups is kind of like a romance that kind of doesn't happen. Uh-oh.
It always comes up. You were first, though.
I was. Well, I wonder here too, the key is how comfortable they are feeling with you right now or not. Do they feel that comfortable with you? Do they feel that, you are the one they want and can feel at home with? Because the home card is there, the home and the key. So the key is their comfort level with you right now. And do they feel you are truly compatible? And I think that's what they're weighing right now. But Mr. O is under the impression, and it might not be wrong, that they have already decided.
I could give wiggle room to the idea that it isn't totally set in stone, that maybe there is this idea that it's still being weighed. But to me, what the key in the house mean is that maybe to some degree they're looking for a person who matches their idea, their key, towards a happy life, and maybe they're not exactly sure that they feel you're that person. On the one end of it, it could be that they want somebody who would be a traditional partner in a home, and not somebody maybe who has ambitions of their own, career-minded, whatever it is. So I'm not saying either of these are you, but that's what I think it's meaning, is that they're looking for a situation, that they feel suits what their preferences are about home life. Okay.
They asked, how is my friend? That's what we have for you. Let's see. We met a few times. We have a great connection. Oh, okay. Well, I hope it works out. I really do. Like I said, I feel that they maybe have, it's possible that they're just trying to weigh things right now. The cards are indicating some negativity here, and, the possibility exists that it may be other factors that are involved, Vita, that there are other factors in their life that are, possibly conflicting, with a connection taking place right now. And they're just trying to weigh things. But let's, do keep us posted. Feel free to come back and ask again as things develop. This is the way our cards are seeing it right now for you. And I think there is some wiggle room here. So good luck with that. Wishing you luck.
Good luck.
And for sure did have a question, and Violet has it. How is my friend ES health-wise? Friend has epilepsy. They're worried about them. Okay, well, let's take a look at that. Your cards. And this is always a time we just remind people, we're intuitives. We go with the cards. We're not medical practitioners. We always say to consult with medical practitioners, in these instances. But we'll give you our opinion of what we feel the cards are saying is going on.
You're welcome, Vita.
All right. And you're very welcome, Vita. Feel free to stop back in. Okay, so we're just slightly into overtime, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, 5 readings left after 6 for sure. We'll get there. I'll just get Mr. O to zip it. Actually, he thinks it's me, and he's right. I've been prattling today. I went on and on with my material matters, too, but it was really interesting because of the connection some of those cards had with each other.
Well said, Violet.
Yep, thanks, Violet.
And next Saturday, we will have another happy hour, our single card draw from either Tarot or Oracle, positive message from Divine for you. That's at 10 a.m. Smirking. No, that's actually a default for a Scorpio.
Smirking or sneering.
Okay, seek for sure. Your first card is the reversed Five of Cups. The next card is the reversed Seven of Coins. And then finally you have Fortune,
Wow,
which is the wheel.
Of Fortune. Well, I don't know how you feel about that Five of Cups, because I know sometimes we deviate a little bit on that. And this is a health reading, so the way I'm looking at this is that, sometimes there are things that, are easier to control than others. Sometimes fate plays a role in the way things go. I feel right now this is a time this person needs to find new opportunities, to maybe new treatments or therapies or ways to work on bettering their health and their condition. This is a time to actively, perhaps, search for alternatives. And the Wheel of Fortune, actually, because the wheel is in its positive, upright position, I really feel that, sometimes fortune favors that. When you put energy out there looking for solutions, sometimes the universe will respond in kind and put the right person, the right therapy, the right drug therapy in front of you to help you out.
These cards, combined meaning to me, suggest that somehow a change of venue would be helpful for them, whether it might be that they need to be somewhere where there's a different weather or climate, or just in a different situation, like maybe they have a job that takes too much out of them, or maybe they have something that they do that is overstressing their health system. So I feel like that's what I'm getting from those cards. But that fortune favors this, as Banshee said, that good luck is probably going to happen if some changes like this happen. And like I said, I think there are changes. Maybe we could expand it to say that, like what Banshee said, that it's about different treatments, it's about getting a different opinion. But I'm sort of feeling like there's something about fresh air or being around something that has a more vitality in the environment, not necessarily in a city where there's smoke or something like that. And I don't know if these things are possible for ES, but it's what I feel is going on here, that they need to make significant changes in their day-to-day life or lifestyle.
So basically I feel the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups, when it's upright, often indicates that people are, that there is somebody who is looking at the past. So this person is looking at their health and where they are, where they've been, and how much, how much it's affected them. When this is reversed, they're willing to now say, this is a time where you can now let some of that, not let it go, but now seek out new options and new opportunities, Let the disappointments and setbacks, health-wise, from the past go and work on yourself more. So in other words, I just feel like maybe they need to seek out a new doctor, some alternative treatments, especially as you said, that they have worries. So if they have worries, they should start working on finding some alternative therapies or treatments, or seeing what other possibilities are out there. And this is a card of luck and timing and synchronicity. And I feel like possibly there is something out there that might be able to benefit their health. They just need to seek it out. So let's see what the...
Antares, we're in overtime and we still have 5 more readings. So we've actually closed the list. We're really sorry about that, but we just can't do any more today. We have other projects. We will be back again on Thursday evening at 7. So I hope you might be able to come back then.
I pulled the card first. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
All right, so I have the lady here.
And I have the moon.
Well, this is sort of interesting. So I don't know if this could be a female therapist or doctor or somebody who can offer some advice or assistance, or perhaps, see, I don't know the age of the person. Is this a family member, a mother, a guardian, somebody taking care of the person? There's somebody here who can offer some sort of advice or support that would be helpful.
I think it's also a sign, too, that this is going to be a process that may go on for a while. The moon, to me, speaks to the idea of cycles. And so this may take 1 or more months to make any noticeable improvement.
That's what we've got with the cards for this one, V. I hope this helps. Or I mean, seek for sure. I'm sorry.
Seek for sure.
Seek for sure. I'm sorry if I messed up the name.
So thank you for coming. I hope that was helpful.
And I wish your friend the best. You know,
Yes,
it's not easy
absolutely.
living with a chronic health condition. KC? Is KC up?
You're welcome. Casey is up.
Woohoo! All right.
Okay, thank you.
That's okay.
Yes, but you know what? We're sort of normalizing this. So the thing is we probably should just change our time to, an extra hour and then just be done with it then.
Well, I
don't know.
Don't
It's
know
a little
about
rough.
that. No. We got to draw the line somewhere. But we can do that. We'll probably look at the bottom card too for you, Casey, because we're like that.
We really couldn't do it without Violet. Thanks.
She's been an amazing help. Okay. Oh, man. Oh, I do have an oracle deck here, Gina. I used at the beginning of the show. We'll use that one.
Thanks, guys.
You're so nice. Usually we're more into the overtime stuff, and we are really today.
We're
but
just behind.
We're just tired.
We're seriously tired and behind on our schedule. So we're sorry.
All right. KC, the top card is... Uh-oh. It's not that bad. Well, yes, it is. It's the Five of Wands. Jeez. Again.
The Five of Wands. Well, we had Five of Swords, I think.
I
and Five
know,
of Cups,
but I'm thinking in terms of what the Five of Wands represents. And
oh, yes. Gotcha.
conflict, disagreements, possibly. It can be constructive. It's true. It could be teamwork. But it seems like there's this aura of contention among people. And like I said, we've been getting this a lot for the week ahead. So I don't know what is up with that. You'll have to let us know if it happens.
Well, I don't know if it pertains to, final weeks of school or anything like that. I'm just wondering if that's like really when the competition comes to the fore or something like that.
Well,
Struggling to, achieve your best mark possible.
right. It could be just struggling to stand out grade-wise, etc.
Excuse me.
But I really feel here that this is a time where, you can take some of this contentious energy and try to build something constructive out of it. Or, it could just dissolve or degenerate into arguments, etc. But let's take a look at that bottom card here. Wow, that's interesting. We have the Magician upright. So I think that, you'll be able to navigate this, whatever the conflicts or the lack of cooperation or everybody trying to one-up each other might be in this week ahead. It seems like you're going to come out of it okay because, you're all set. The Magician has everything they need. They're fine.
you're totally into applying all of your willpower and creativity towards these projects or these tasks here. So it's really about that total package that really, it's like a synthesis of these elements, and that you are your own key to doing that.
Right. And the Five of Wands can be like a struggle. Even if it's teamwork, they're struggling to build something. So the thing is that with the Magician here, I seem to think that if it is about your schoolwork, it looks as though you really do have it all together. It's just difficult getting there, but you will pull it all together. You're determined. Your determination is behind it, and you'll get there. I'll let you go first because I did. Out of turn.
Oh my.
Oh. Is it the Ace of Wands?
Ring around the collar.
Make a commitment to getting it done, Casey.
Ooh.
You've got the Tower and you've got the Ring, which to me indicates, school. The schoolwork. Making a commitment to just getting it done, and you're done. One and done.
Yes, I'm just going to say I have a feeling you're going to do fabulously well here. I don't know why, I just feel that way.
So, yeah, because that could be an educational institution, a government body, corporate thing. I just feel that you are working on getting it completed. You're done. Woohoo! Good for you. Nice cards, ultimately. I just don't know. But if you do end up with any arguments or bickering this week, I'll want to know.
Casey
it's just
will
so
prevail.
amazing to me the way the cards have been falling in that regard.
I'm sure Laura's here because
Laura
gave us a donation earlier today. Thank
What?
you so much.
Laura, thank you very, very much.
Appreciate that. Aw, thanks, Kellyo.
Thank you. Even when you're not around, our cards are still thinking of you.
That's a line.
Well, we are too.
Hi, Laura. Thanks for your donation.
What you got for us, Laura? So I finally have a Zoom appointment with my doctor this week. It was supposed to be an in-person appointment earlier this month, but I'm not going to go there. I'm just going to wait for my appointment and hash it out with them.
Okay.
And more next week on that.
How do you want to do that? 3 cards? And then if it's ambiguous, do a yes or no?
Why don't we start with the yes, no?
Okay, we're going to start with a yes or no.
Let's
just
do
go
it.
directly to that.
Because it might just tell us what we need to know.
Shuffle. Well, we certainly wish you good luck, Laura.
Yeah, Violet Ann has an interview also. And like I said, my Material Matters was not a very happy situation for, I feel, people doing interviews this week, amongst other things. But let's see how it goes.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Kellyo.
Casey. It's just frustrating. It was just supposed to be totally different what's happening this month, and I'm rather disappointed with it. And I just don't want my care to be, what's the word? Neglected. Because it really wasn't part of the plan and the plan that they promised me. Oh well. So, want me to count?
Yeah, I do.
Will.
I've always wanted you to count, Banshee, and you have succeeded.
But with my fingers. I count with my fingers.
You didn't have to tell everybody that.
You have.
Yeah, oh, you did watch it, yes. Yeah, I know. It was kind of funny, Laura, because it just sort of hit everybody in that same area. People relations kind of stuff. Well, you will definitely have to get in touch with us.
You've got 3 aces here. So it looks like it's a definite yes that you will get this job. This interview will go well. This interview will go well. I don't know if I want to go beyond that, but because this is so positive.
Yeah, 3 aces usually just means yes, and there's nothing else to necessarily think about it. So in this sense, we could either pull the Lenormand here.
And it's interesting because that second one was on the 13th card, which we only pulled 13 cards per pile.
I know.
And the third one was
we don't
on
get
the
3 aces
card.
very often.
No. But
I'm very compelled to pull the bottom card just to get some little feature here.
And you had to do that. So go ahead.
It's the 4th ace, the final ace.
That's amazing.
That's amazing.
That's totally amazing. Now, if I was just reading that as a card, it would be kind of negative, but I'm not, because it's like literally, we got 4 aces here. How does that happen?
So let's do our Lenormand.
Let's do the Lenormand and see what it
And
can
I do
add
hope
to
you'll
that.
drop in and tell us that you did, in fact, get it. We'd love to know that. Oh, you pulled first.
Because you pulled first last time. We're just now switching the streams. Well,
The lily and the scythe. The scythe. Lily and the scythe.
well, I think this is the potential here. You know, I will say one thing, that this job will, you know, if you get this job, because I think it's talking about the job itself now. If you get this job, it's not going to be necessarily a cakewalk. There might be some real learning involved here. So expect that, you know, that you will have to, you know, and maybe there are some things about this job that are, you know, some of the responsibilities or things involved that maybe are a little bit unexpected, or will, you know, maybe seem overwhelming to you at first. But it really is about growth, and in time, I think you would grow here at this job.
I feel that strongly too, that the lily says there's a lot to grow here, a lot to learn, a lot to maybe move you on in other parts of your life. So that sixth sort of says maybe though that there would be a certain amount of review or scrutiny over you in the beginning. There's probably going to be some probation period or something like that. Or it could just indicate that they will be scrutinizing, you know. So hopefully it all works out. They may be, you know, pretty, I don't want to say strict. That's not really the word I'm looking for. Exacting in terms of what their expectations might be. So they may have a lot of expectations, and just know that we're both wishing you lots of luck with that.
Yes, please let us know how it turns out, because I'm fingers crossed for you. That looks so positive.
Can I do the other ones too?
Gee.
So thanks, Laura.
Good luck with that.
And thanks again for your donation.
Thank you much.
All right.
All right, so there's a question Priya wants to know.
You're welcome.
What are Neil's current feelings towards me, and will he contact me? All right. Let's see.
I love that reading. It was just so positive. I mean, you know, the tarot part of it was the most positive.
It's funny that we got those 3 aces.
And then the fourth one.
And the fourth one is at the bottom of the deck, and you pulled that. Yeah, that's crazy. So, yeah.
That's like never happened.
Right.
Mostly because it's only been since we've been doing the show that I feel those compulsions to look at the bottom card here and there.
Well, we've both done that, yeah.
I didn't do it as much when I was a solo reader.
Right. Yeah, I don't think I did either, to be honest with you.
Okay. Yes, it did, Kellyo.
Can't get much clearer than that in a yes/no reading. Let's just hope it works.
And despite what we said for Violet Ann, I hope that works out too.
Right.
It does look like there's just other situations going on, but you know, we all want to get ahead in the world. We all need to work. And we are good people.
We?
Okay, everyone but me.
Okay, so this was about intentions, right? Currents, feelings. Okay. So we have the world here. The world is upright. We have the Nine of Swords here. The Nine of Swords is reversed. Well, and then we have the Nine of Wands reversed. Two nines. And the World, which is a card of completion in a way.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you go, Mr.
Oh, I knew you would.
You bet.
Okay, so Neo's feelings or intentions? You said feelings.
Feelings. It's feelings. Current feelings towards me, and will they contact?
Well, it seems like right now they're really happy about something, or they sort of feel like something has come full circle in a sense of completion. This could be related to the feelings about you. These two nines seem to feel mixed. One feels better than the other way around. The other one maybe not so much. So I feel that energy tells me that things that they're worried about, maybe they're realizing something different about you, and they're thinking that the things that they might have thought about you were not exactly true, which could lead towards that. And then maybe they don't feel that they have to be quite as serious and resigned to what's going on, that they could be a little bit more casual in some respects and not have a sense of urgency or need attached to this.
Well, I'm hoping their intentions are positive, I feel here. In that if this is about a relationship, that they really do feel like something about you could complete them. They have positive feelings that maybe, you could be the one. I'm just going to say that. And I feel here a little bit mixed about this, a little bit differently than Mr. O. I look at the Nine of Swords in this case to say that maybe they feel a certain level of comfortability around you. You seem to allay some fears that they have or anxieties. They feel like they can either trust you or they can be themselves around you. And I look at that Nine of Wands there, and for some reason I'm thinking to myself that this person might have either come out of a bad relationship or that they're just tired of the dating life, that maybe they really want to put an end to that. They want an end to that, and they're looking for somebody that they can feel more comfortable with, and that they don't have to feel so anxious, trying to be maybe something that they're not. You know how it is when people are dating. We're trying to show our best or make it look like we're better than we're not. Sometimes.
Like it's a campaign. They're stepping back from the campaign of being this person and saying, I would rather just let it come the way it comes.
And I feel like this world thing is kind of positive here. I'm not sure if they're going to contact you or connect with you yet, though. But let's do the Lenormand before I decide if we need anything else and see what the Lenormand says. Sometimes the Lenormand will talk about communications, so I want to see if it just comes up here. And it's your turn, because I went first. Sorry.
So we switched.
We did.
Okay, so it's always going to be this way now.
Well, there's only a few readings left.
Oh, can't we have more?
Uh-oh. Now you did it. You opened the door.
I picked the anchor. We're staying right here, everyone.
24/7.
You picked the bouquet.
So again, I'm not really, they might give you a message. It might be that they are going to connect with you because this sounds joyful. But, this reading was about their intentions. So I think we have to do a quick yes-no, Mr. O, talk about staying here, but we should do it. But here's the deal. It sounds like you bring them some joy, some happiness returning in their lives. And there is a level or a sense of feeling secure, in some way, or stable around you, or that they think maybe you could provide them with a stable relationship. So if they truly are ready for something like that, and they're tired of the dating game, you might be the one. But let's do a quick yes-no, Mr. O. Grab my cards, and I'll do that. I'll let you... No, I'll shuffle first. It's okay. All right. Shuffle quick. Are you still playing with stuff there?
I am.
You are. I got you. I saw that.
And I failed again because I was actually trying to do something completely different.
Oh. Well, practice makes perfect, I guess.
Not with me. It just digs me deeper into the rabbit hole.
Oh, no. I'm counting them. I keep forgetting. I'm looking at the card and I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Okay, it's leaning towards no, but let's look at this. We got the Queen of Cups reversed. And leaning towards no does not mean necessarily a definite no.
Right.
The Ace of Swords is reversed. That's what tells us whether it's yes or no. And then we have the King of Swords upright. So I guess they're trying to decide here. You might be a little bit frustrated with their pace, with whether they're going to decide to contact you or not. Apparently, they're going to do it in their own time. And they may be deciding that, yes, they want to do it, but, they're still deciding. And you may not be very happy with that, with the pace of things.
So Violet was right.
What?
Okay. What I feel is that maybe there's a sense of some emotional turbulence in how they're coming to this decision, that they're not totally emotionally secure in some respects, that maybe their emotions really are... it was what Angel said at the end.
I see it. I got it.
Because Violet was saying that the sound cuts when I do that.
Were you done there?
I'm done.
Oh.
Yes, I am.
Okay. So,
I agree with you mostly that the answer is mostly no.
It's mostly no, but this is just a snapshot in time. I'm not going to say it's never going to happen, but it's not happening immediately. So you just might need a little bit more time. So hang in there, and hopefully this person will make the right choice, because I think it looks pretty positive, possible. Good luck with that. Good luck with that, Priya. And we're on Gina. I got my my map oracle, Gina. I pull up there and read. Wow, Jackie,
Hi, Jackie.
I almost forgot you were there in the background. You were there at the beginning, right? I think you were, but I'm not sure.
I don't remember. It's been too long of a day. You probably have almost all the ones we have.
Yeah, well, we closed the list anyway, Jackie, so there's no way you're getting on it right now anyhow. I'm sorry.
What a bitch.
Did you say that on air?
I did.
There goes our ratings on YouTube.
Only if you guys report me. We've been reported on other things, so why not?
Wow.
Well, 2 times now somebody said, I think they're violating copyright infringement because music or a graphic I use through a program that I paid for, and they're saying that's somebody else's music. But no, it's not.
Well, it's yours because you paid for it. Well, Gina, look at you. You got the first card in the Enchanted Map, and it's upright. It is the Bone Collector. Interesting card indeed. You are whole and have everything you need within. When the Bone Collector appears, she is asking you to look closely at your circumstances to see if you're fully present or reacting out of past conditioning and unconscious expectations. Whenever we're wounded, especially when we're young, it's as if something essential is stolen from us. We adapt and we accept a particular version of the truth that then sets us up to behave a certain way in the future when faced with a situation that reminds us of that original event. What we know about ourselves thus becomes influenced by a perception of limitation. You may feel unworthy or without courage. You may see yourself as flawed or unlovable or expect to be criticized. No matter what your question, the Bone Collector reminds you that the truth is you are a powerful being with limitless possibilities. She has kept you safe. Well, she has kept safe what was stolen from you in the wounding, and is here for you as you reclaim it now. You have everything you believe you lack, and the Bone Collector is your inner resource. Act as if you have what you need, and you'll find well, you have it after all. Anything is possible with awareness. The wounds of the past need not define you. And I just think this card is really reaffirming what I already know about you, frankly, because right here when it says you have everything you believe you lack, you have everything already. Act like that. You do. You always act like it's here and it is reality, and you know that's what truly manifests it in your life. Act like you've already achieved lucky for life, and it'll happen, Gina.
And you know what I like is, of course, it's card number 1, which, although it's not a tarot, card number
Right.
1 in the tarot is the magician, the person
Yes.
who has creative willpower, control over their life.
So anything is possible. And the other thing is, it does point out if anything from your past, setbacks that you've had, is kind of draining that positive energy of yours, realize that you don't need that anymore. You have grown past that, and you certainly can let that go. Woohoo! But.
Bottom?
I always look at the bottom, don't I?
What about the bottom look, Banshee?
Well, the bottom look is strength reversed here. The bottom look is number 44, so let's take a look here. Okay, strength reversed. When you see the Strength card reversed, pay particular attention to your health, for this indicates that your body, mind, and spirit need strengthening at this time. Exercise, rest, and proper nutrition are necessary to keep you in balance. Don't deplete yourself through overwork, as now is the time for building your stamina. Perhaps you feel the bonds weakening in a relationship. If they are in danger of being broken, they may need repair. Attend to them before the burden gets too heavy. Be strong, face the reality of your relationship at this time, and give it your attention for any fragile threads that may give way. Let go of whatever robs you of your life force and trust that something better will take its place. So again, this might be reaffirming anything from that past that may be depleting your energy. Take care of it. And also help restore it by doing right by your body, mind, and spirit at this time. Nourish it so that it can continue to sustain your growth. And let's toss the Lenormand.
Are you okay, baby? Somebody's coughing up there.
He won't hack up there. Here you go. I switched to streams again, I'm afraid. Well, you know what? This is really interesting. I feel like make a commitment to being the best you. The fox can be about employers, employees. It can be about a very sensual woman, a very smart, sharp, savvy woman. And so I'm saying this is a time to be the best you. Whether you're trying to attract someone or whether you're trying to draw business or whatever the case may be, it could be a commitment to the work you're doing around the house right now. If you are planting outside, for example, make a commitment to be the best you.
The shamanistic parts about you, the relevance towards these principles, always tells me great things about you. And I always feel that the parable or the symbology or allegory of the wise fox. The fox
we've got a wedding plan here, and we'll do the ceremony.
We can do the ceremony. Can we do it on the live stream? But you want to make a commitment to being that wise critter too, that wisdom. That's you, is this idea that the wise fox, the fox who knows things that others do not.
So that's what we have for you, Gina. Awesome read. Good luck with that. And now, Violet Lotus, it is your turn.
You guys are a hoot. Get a room.
Oh, man.
I wanted to take a moment, though, and talk about this pirating issue that I said I got dogged with. It didn't really bother us a whole lot. It really had no bad effects, and it took maybe a month or so for them to work out. And it may have actually been just a bitter person doing that. But I think there is an issue about privacy where people are having their identities stolen so that they can sell their products or try to con people into selling knockoff products like that. And I think that is a serious thing to consider. So I didn't really mind that, but I just thought it was kind of ludicrous because I've always made it very clear to everybody, YouTube or whoever, that these are proprietary programs that sell these things. They're licensed to sell that, and I received that license too. I can use these musics that we use on our videos.
It was crazy.
It was crazy.
So we couldn't even figure out why is this even a problem. But, anyway. Oracle Tarot combo. So I got the Oracle. Do you want to grab a Tarot? Okay, let's roll.
Let's roll.
Well, it was like old times on here. Boy, you keep coming back, Casey, and these live stream chats are going to get even more lively than they are now.
Are you going to go show your girlfriend your ring? You're engaged, right?
Take care, Gina. We'll see you soon.
Bye, Gina. Thanks for coming.
You cut them? Okay, so let's do that. Yeah, I like that idea. I like that idea, Mr. O.
I forgot if you wanted me to do it otherwise.
Okay. Oh. But this is really interesting.
Oh, we're not showing anybody.
Oh, we're making faces and you can't see the cards. This is a really interesting, deep combo here, I have to say. Because, of course, first off, when the Fool takes his leap, where does he end up? But it's not always rock bottom in the sense of rock bottom. So let's take a look at this. Plus, let's pay attention to the fact here that this is 0 and then we have 10, which I think is, so it's like the, the
Magician, 1.
Yeah, it's so weird. This is an interesting one. Well, nobody said things would be easy. It's easy to jump off that. It's not even easy to take that leap off that ledge. So let's look here. But this is very Fool-like. In the first line it says, surrender and acceptance are the keys to freedom. As difficult as it may be to accept, it seems you've reached a point where you can go no further in the same manner in which you've been doing things. So that's interesting in and of itself. We'll talk. Perhaps you've hit a proverbial brick wall, and I think you've talked about that a little bit, or experienced a deep sense of loss and don't know where to turn. The old way of doing things must be discarded fully in order to move onward and upward. A new direction and a new strategy is called for. The only way out is through surrender. Accept things as they are and admit that you have no idea what to do next. If you wait in that heartfelt moment of release, then a stairway will appear like magic, and all manner of synchronicities will show you the way to higher ground. The rock bottom card is a sign that a miracle is about to occur, but only if you let go completely.
And that's where the Fool comes in, because the Fool is the leap of faith. The only thing that it's saying here is just basically to trust your instinct, the cat, the dog, whatever the animal is that represents the part of you that has a deeper wisdom, that doesn't need to be bothered with surface issues of your life. Accept the chance to just trust.
I feel here, that, you just, that I think that basically there's a call for change here. There's a call for changing up something that you're doing. It's asking you maybe to not do things in the normal way you have been. So if you've experienced a block, you have to take a leap of faith and try something different. And I'm going to look at the bottom card because I did that for Gina. And does this not fall in line or what? And it's upright.
Morphosis.
When you let go, when you just take that blind leap of faith, you are transformed forever.
Oh my goodness, yes.
So let's look here. You are in the process of deep and beautiful change. Butterflies earn their wings through great effort. The process of change is often painful, for it is never without losses and sacrifices. If you are to transform from one form to another, a part of you needs to die. So it's almost like the death card in the tarot a little bit here. But it's again the message of letting go. Letting go isn't easy, especially when you're used to thinking a certain way about your life and how you live it. Just as a snake sheds its dead skin, or a caterpillar dies so that a butterfly can be born, you're required to release your old ideas and embrace a necessary change so you can live your best life. Perhaps you're being asked to let go of low self-worth, a dream that no longer serves you, a relationship that's draining, or unhealthy habits. Despite your fears, you must accept that this is a transformational time for you. There will be some loss involved, but you'll love what you become.
And therefore, I should pull the bottom card.
Okay. Oh.
And it's the reversed Hierophant, which says,
Oh my gosh.
don't trust, just really be yourself. Don't go with protocol, tradition. This is really saying, let it loose.
Yeah, let it loose. That's what it's saying. It's saying think differently. It fits in with everything it's been telling you.
Think differently.
Is that there's something you have to change up. And you know, I know this was more general. You wanted things about the storm and stuff. It didn't come up thus far. We'll toss the Lenormand and see if we get anything on that. But I feel here this might be speaking about some of the other blocks you've been experiencing lately and what needs to happen and where to go from here.
Yeah.
And could we get more cards that seem to be in sync with each other? Again, this is a very interesting spread, I
Who's
feel,
first,
for
me?
you. For where did I put my Lenormand bag? I couldn't figure it out.
Well, it's not pointing to the
I'm gonna
storm
let you
stuff.
go
It's really talking more about, you know, your more esoteric issues, I guess.
Well, I'm going to have to give it some thought for sure. But maybe there is just something you need to do differently. Oh, what do you got? Well,
Crossroads was first.
so there are worries connected to direction or maybe making this change or move. You know, there's maybe some pattern in your life that needs to change. If you can't think of anything else, like for example, in the work that you're doing, you know, the spiritual work that you're doing and how you're doing it, then maybe there's some other pattern or thing you need to change up in your life that will make things better for you. Are you lacking sleep? You're having sleep disturbances that may be affecting things. Is there something in your diet that's wrong? Is it exercise and movement that you need? Do you need more connection with nature spirits to help you out? I'm just tossing everything at you on this one. But I feel here that there is some weariness about it. Like maybe even right now you're saying, well, I don't know what this applies to. And so there's some worries and doubts here, you know, but there is something that this is pointing to that needs to change.
Well,
So,
my
give it
feeling
some
is that those two Lenormands are saying you don't see where the road is, or you feel the road is not
Right,
there.
right.
But it is. You just have to kind of come to terms with it.
You'll get there.
You will.
I think all signs are pointing in this reading that you will get there. So I'm sure you'll probably want to DM me about that one. Be patient with me if you do, because like I said, we're kind of crazy busy still with a few things. We still have a commitment to somebody else and our modality reading, so we will be a little bit tied up, but I will certainly answer any questions you have. So thank you, Violet, for all the work you do for us, and good luck with this. And no, I still didn't see anything about, you know what, the only thing is, you know, about the storm, the Lenormand might indicate that there are worries about where that storm is going. You know, it's clear that you're worried about it. It didn't really, it was more of a neutral thing as far as that went. I can't tell you what's going to happen, but it clearly shows the worries there and what direction it's going to take and what it could do or mean. So hang in there, stay safe, Violet Lotus, and we'll talk later.
And that's our show then for today.
And that's it. Oh my goodness, surprises abounded today. So nice to see KC again.
Thanks for coming,
Really
KC.
missed you, KC. Always nice to talk to you. And of course, when you and Gina get together, it's just great.
It was a lively show. We love
Yep.
some of these readings. They're really powerful. Appreciated the donations. It's all good.
Thanks everybody for joining us. We had a great afternoon. Hope you did too. And we will see you soon. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.